This is Titus Ragsdale from Hoops Analytics, and you're watching Crooked Hearts. I'll say I was a late bloomer, actually. I started playing ball. So originally I was a football player. I was playing flag, parks and recreation, playing tackle with my friends at the park and stuff. And I started playing ball. Maybe I was like 10 or 11. And it was like one of those weird moments because like I couldn't really be serious with ball because when I was a kid, like every time I was running up and down the court, I was like giggling too much, right? Like I was just laughing. No, and I couldn't take it. But for some reason, when I played football, there was no laughing going on.
Right.
I think it was because like when I was a kid, there was like movements that the kids were doing, and I was just like laughing about it. Even when I catch a ball, I laugh. And like my friends would tell me like, "Hey, Titus, stop laughing," right? And I was like, okay. And then football, it just came easy. Like catch the ball, run your routes, juke some folks, get by.
What position you played in football?
Safety, running back, wide receiver, safety. So
yeah, that was me. I was a football guy. Like I was I started playing football like growing up, and then basketball came only because I was athletic. So I made the basketball team probably because I was only athletic, and everybody else played basketball. But so you started at 10 and then went from.
I started from 10 and then went on. Like literally, like it took like my family members, honestly, and then like my neighbors across the street. We was just playing ball, and then my uncle was right there because it was like football, and that was it, right? I was trying to look for validation,
Right.
like another way to source a connect with people. So it was like I started seeing my cousins from SoCal and my other family members from Texas and my neighbors, and they're all playing, and I was trying to play. Like literally, like my cousins that were females, two of them were good at hoop, right? And then I knew my dad played ball, so I was just like, okay, like I'm 10, 11 years old, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be serious with ball because I see everybody's doing the movements, everybody's trying to play ones, and me, I have like no experience, no IQ with ball. All I know how to do was just grab a rebound and like pass the ball, and barely even grabbing a rebound. So it was one night, it was my uncle and I, we were just shooting, and then I remember I told him, I was like, hey, Uncle Chris, I want to be serious with basketball. And then he was like, all right, we'll just do the work together. And then like from there on, and like during that time, from K through 8th grade, I was always the tallest kid in my class. So I had to play center. And and then by that time, there was no problem. Like there was no issue with like a center just being a post player. But it was like if you try to like be outside of that, that's like a problem, right? So me, I was always in the post. So I literally only mastered the post game. I watched like Kareem, I watched Shaq, I watched all these big men dominate the game. Dwight Howard, Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki. I only pay attention to those guys.
Yeah.
And so I'll tell you this. So I started playing organized ball. 4th grade sucked. I was no good at all. I listen, I tried, but then it was like I didn't really practice enough. And honestly, it just took one thing. It was like the last game of the season. One thing. I just caught the ball around like 4 or 5 guys around me, and I shot it, and I made the layup. I don't even know what it was. It was a layup or a jump shot, one hand shot. I don't know, but my dad has a photo. This is 4th grade. Going on to 5th grade, I tell you this, I didn't train for ball. All I did was play. I played basketball. I played football. I was swimming. I was being a kid, right? And then next thing you know, like that was when I started paying attention to basketball more. I started like the player I really idolized was Lamar Odom, and I just idolized him from being the power forward that knew how to grab a rebound and go in transition and make a layup.
Right.
Yeah. And tell you this, first game, 5th grade year playing Parks and Rec, all I did was the same thing I just told you. I just grabbed the rebound, and I'm telling you this, I didn't train. I didn't do anything. All I did was grab a rebound, dribble that thing, and I was right-handed, and I was trying to be left-handed like him. So I was just like doing things like what I was seeing, right? I'm not really left-handed, but then I found out through history of my family we're ambidextrous. So I started doing movements that were like that for centers, like kids in my class that weren't doing, like being athletic, grabbing a rebound, dribbling in transition, making layups. And I'll tell you this, as soon as when I grabbed the rebound and I dribbled in transition and made a layup from full court, my confidence just went stupid high. I started blocking dude shots. I started owning the paint. I started owning the paint on both sides.